And the mechanism which each of these indexes like Sensex or Dow Jones or Nasdaq or typically the various indexes that are available in the world, what are the various forms of calculations do they resort to, and to create a new index, what are the various points that need to be considered, right? That's a typical thing. And what are the most common kind of indexes that are available is what is being covered as a part of this chapter. Yeah, just moving forward, index is always, even when we look at Sensex also, or for that matter Nifty or anything, it talks about the performance of the complete asset class or a market itself. See, whenever we have to say the markets are down or the market is up, we always use Sensex as a proxy for that, or we always use Nifty as a proxy for that, saying the markets are down. I mean, actually Nifty is down, but we say the stock markets have fallen. The most common word. Or when I ask anyone, what do you mean by stock market has fallen? The first thing that comes out from his statement is Sensex has fallen or Nifty has fallen. So the index has such kind of a power. Any index that is created, the main intention is it's a representative of a market or even a segment of a market. We have not just the Sensex or Nifty. Today we have auto index, we have IT index, we have media index, we have different kinds of indexes, banking index. So those indexes are a reflection of that particular sector. So in general, whenever we talk about any index, it's a reflection of either the whole asset class. So we have some bond indexes, we have some commodity indexes, we have indexes across the various markets and sectors. But they are like sum total of the various individual securities put together in with some kind of a formula, so that it reflects that entire group of securities, or it reflects the entire market as a whole. And whenever we talk about performance, we always try to measure it with respect to that particular index. Sometimes for the mutual fund managers or for any such kind of investors, right, or fund managers typically, or portfolio managers, their performance is always compared against the index as the benchmark. Okay, in this year Sensex has grown by 12%. So your portfolio has grown up by how much? 8, 10, 15. It's always compared against that particular index value. So if you have generated a return which is more than the index return, we say that the portfolio manager has exceeded the expectation. So as a mechanism of expectation, the Sensex or Nifty, or for that matter any index, is taken as a benchmark. So that has so many such kind of advantages associated. Then when we are talking about indexes, there are two broad categories of indexes. One is purely based on the price, the prices of the securities. By taking the prices of the securities only, the index is computed. The other is total returns. We hardly see these kind of indexes today, but they look at both the price as well as the returns like dividends. So the total return which an investor is getting, the total return index is more focusing not just on the price but also on the income, which is the constant inflows that are being coming in the middle. Whereas when we say the price index, it's purely the return is computed purely based on the price of the security. And these are some of the things that are typically considered when you are coming up with a new index. Which market you would like to measure? See, today we have so many indexes already, right? Probably if I look at, you see on BSc, already you have these many. See, the prime indexes wise, you have a Sensex, you have a mid cap index, you have a small cap index composing of small stock companies, large cap companies, Sensex, mid cap companies, middle range companies only put together, or BSc 100, which is top 100 companies. Probably there could be some from here, some from here. All these could still be there as a part of 100. Similarly 200, similarly 500. So probably top 500 companies are included here, though that there are almost 5,000 companies which are listed on BSc. So out of that, top 500 companies are being included as a part of BSc 500. Similarly, you also have large number of sectoral indexes. Like you see here, consumer durables, healthcare, banking. Now, if you have to create a new index, you have to see what is that you really want to measure. Probably any industry that is not covered. Probably you may say, yeah, I'll look at the financial services, non-banking financial services kind of index, right, which is not there. Only a banking index is there, but non-banking financial services index is not there. So you may say, I will track that kind of an index. I'll create such kind of an index. So because I'm seeing that there are so many companies in the non-banking financial services, but there is no specific index exclusively for them. So I want to create one such kind of an index and I want to start tracking that. So that's so in that, then the next thing is which securities will you include? What is non-banking financial services? Which all companies I should include, right? Should I include some kind of uh, transport finance kind of companies? Should I include some kind of housing finance companies? Or how much proportion of each kind of companies I need to, or gold finance companies? What kind of companies I have to include as a part of non-banking financial services? What kind of companies I would like to include? How much weightage I want to give to each of the companies? Then I should also look at the rebalancing mechanism. Like, okay, how much weightage, and probably as the time progresses, I should be able to change the weights also. Now I have given 10%, let's say, to India Bulls. But if it is not performing well, tomorrow I should bring down the weightage of it to some 7% or something. So what is the frequency at which I will evaluate the various securities in terms of inclusion as well as exclusion? If you see Sensex, the same 30 companies will not be there forever. Every quarter they will review and they will come out with which companies need to be removed and which companies need to be included. If we see here, okay, you will see that index, okay, somewhere you will find where they, I mean, what is the frequency at which they change, and what are the companies that are changed pretty recently, script wise weightage. Okay, let me look at it.